Well, hello, people. The cemetery enthusiast here, coming to you live at an unknown location where I live at. Thanks for watching my video. Today, I'm going to show all of y'all how to disassemble and reassemble a Ruger SR 1911. And this Ruger 1911 is the biggest. It's got the longest slide than any other SR 1911. This is the Commander style 1911. So I'm going to show you how to disassemble it the correct way and reassemble it the correct way. First of all, congratulations for purchasing your SR 1911 by Ruger. First thing you want to do, you want to make sure you pop out the magazine. There's a button right here where my thumb is at. You push it down, the magazine will eventually pop out. You want to make sure, step 2, you want to make sure you rack the slide and make sure there is no bullet in the chamber. So by doing that, just face the gun in front of you, not in front of you, but toward the wall, and rack it back and check in the chamber if there's a bullet. If there is a bullet, if you rack it back, it'll pop out. So this SR 1911 is clear. Hit the trigger. Step 3, you want to take out the bushing right here. I'm going to point the gun right in front of y'all. You see this bushing right here where my thumb is at? You want to push it down. And while you push the bushing down, you want to turn this thing to the left while you're pushing it down. Make sure when you push the bushing down, make sure you hold it. Don't let it go, because if you let it go, it'll fly out because it's spring tension. So you want to push the bushing down and turn this to the left. Hold the bushing. You don't want it to fly out. You want to release the bushing, put it in a safe area. You don't want to lose your components. And right here is the spring. This spring connects to the guide ride and the barrel that holds the bullet. And then step 4, you want to hold your 1911 up. You want to rack it back a little bit. Just rack it back. It's kind of hard. Just rack it back. What we're going to do, we're going to pop out this slide holder right here. This slide holder. You see this button right there? It's going to pop out. It's called a slide holder. What you want to do is find the right area to pop it out. You don't want to break it. Just ease it out slowly. Like I said, you're going to push this button right here, this slide holder, and push it out. You want to pull it out, and that's going to release the slide holder right here. You want to place your slide holder right here. You don't want to lose it. And step 4, you want to pull forward your slide, and eventually it's going to slide out. Your slide is going to pop out. And the lower receiver, just leave it right here on the side. Okay, step 5, the guide ride and the barrel. Step 5, you want to pull this out right here. This is the barrel thing that holds it. You just want to, you can play with it or whatever. You want to move it to the opposite direction. Just take your time. Don't rush. Don't rush like me. Have a little patience. Sometimes I don't. You're going to remove this right here. This is what holds the spring and the guide ride. Put it right here so you won't lose it. See this button that goes up and down? You want to leave it down, and then you want to pull the spring out. Then you push this button down and then move it forward. It takes time to move forward, but it'll move forward. What you want to do, so there we go, move it forward, pop it out, and that's your, this is your barrel right here. This is where the bullet goes in. So each time you clean your 1911, you want to get a rod or a carbon fiber towel or a piece of cloth, put some gun oil on there and clean inside this barrel because it gets real corroded, it gets real black because of the, you know, the lead and all that. You want to make sure you clean this out. So you can see it's a little black right here. Clean it out. Put it right here so you won't lose it. And here's your slide right here. Ruger SR 1911. And there's your lower receiver. You can also put some lube here, gun lube. And I'll wipe this down with the cloth. Clean it all the time after you shoot it, because these if you buy cheap 45 ACP bullets, your gun is gonna get dirty. So you want to buy the best quality 45 ACP bullets you can find. I suggest to buy the American Eagle. That's the best brand right there, the American Eagle. That's it's kind of expensive, but you know the quality of the ammunition is perfect, man. American Eagle 45 ACP bullets. And yeah, this right here is called the lower receiver, and this is the upper receiver. Okay, then I'm going to show you how to put the gun back together. What you want to do, you want to turn your slide this way. See this top? This is where the guide right in the spring, recoil spring goes, and the barrel. So what you want to do first, you want to get your barrel. You see this goes up and this go down. Make sure it's down when you put it in. What you want to do, just pop that back. Make sure this thing is standing up. After you pop that back, you want to get your recoil spring. You see this this little thing? You want to make sure it's facing down, not up. If it's facing up like that, you put it the wrong way. Make sure it's these teeth right here are facing down, and make sure this little hole thing is facing up, because this whole thing is where you're gonna put the slide stopper inside that hole. So you want to make sure that teeth is facing down. You want to put your recoil spring in there like so. Take your time. Put your recoil spring. Like I said, make sure the teeth is facing down. Make sure it's pulled all the way back. Make sure it's facing down and back. And then this button, push it up. Make sure it's all the way back. Sometimes it'll go out of place, but just make sure this is up and it's like that. You want to hold the slide. You want to get the lower receiver of your SR 1911. You see these rails right here? These rails are going to go right in here. So don't go like that. Make sure the rail is guided in the slide like that. You want to hold this back, and you want to push your lower receiver in. Get back a little bit like that is good. And you want to turn your gun over. And like I said, that hole right there, you're going to see a hole right here. This is where this component's going to go in, the slide stopper. So when you make sure you push the slide a little forward or back, make sure the hole is right there. You can see the hole right there. So that hole is for the slide stopper. See this long thing? You want to stick it right in here all the way down. You're going to turn the gun around. You're going to see it right here. You see that? That's the slide stopper. It came off, but you can put it back in. Just stick it in that hole. The way to tell if your slide stopper is incorrectly is pull the barrel. You're gonna try to pull it, it's not gonna move. That means it's in there correctly. And this part can be a little pain in the ass. So what you want to do is you want to pull your gun back a little bit, to slide back. You're gonna see this little hole right here. You see that little encarbment right there? It's the second encarbment. You're gonna see. You wanna lift the slide stopper up, and you wanna go up on it. You wanna push down on it. Make sure everything is pushed down. Make sure the slide stopper is in the hole, sticking all the way out. See, it's in there correctly. And then you wanna push forward, and there it is. Your slide stopper's in there. You can see it right there. It's got to be sticking all the way out on the other side. That means you put it in correctly. Okay, the sixth step, what we want to do is we're going to put our bushing last. We're going to get this teeth thingy, and we want to put it, we're going to push this back a little bit. We want to put this teeth thingy is what holds the spring. What you want to do, you want to push it in. You want to push slide it a little forward. Make sure it's in. Push that in. Make sure it's all the way in. There we go. Now it's all the way in. You want to push it to push it this way. And make sure it's in correctly. Take your time, don't rush like me. Push it to the left side, this teeth thingy. So it's in now, so you want to push the slide forward. Then we want to get our brushing right here. Or bushing, my bad. It's gotta be like this. You gotta see it from the outside. What we want to do, we want to push this forward a little bit. Remember, it's spring tension, so make sure you hold it when you push it in. You want to push it inside the spring, and you want to go push it all. You want to push it all the way down. Hold it. Don't let it go, because it'll pop out. You want to push the teeth. You want to push the teeth while you're pushing the bushing down. You want to push the teeth to cover the bushing. It's a pain in the ass, but you'll get it. See, it's in there now. Make sure it's in there all the way. There it is. And now you got it in. And that's how you reassemble, disassemble, and reassemble in 1911. And you want to check if everything works right correctly. So you want to rack it. The slide stopper, you want to make sure it works too. What you want to do, you want to rack it back, and you want to push the slide stop up so it holds the slide stopper, so it's working correctly. And you want to push down on the slide stopper. The slide should release. So that's how you check the functions on the SR 1911. And another note, before you disassemble your 1911, you want to make sure right here, you want to make sure this is pushed down. You want to make sure it's pushed down. You can push it up because everything's assembled. So you got your beaver tail. You got your this is what holds that's what holds the slide too. So push it down, and you want to put you want to put your magazine in. There it is. And I hope this video was helpful for y'all, and have a good one.